Hey everybody, welcome into New World News. And of course, this afternoon and yesterday, Apple announced in their live shows, as they do almost every year, the release of the new iPhone, which is going to be the 14, 14 Pro, and 14 Pro Max. I'm currently coming to you actually on an iPhone 13 Pro Max. That's the one that I use. I've upgraded a few months ago, 4 or 5 months ago. I probably will not be upgrading to a 14 Pro Max because, according to the news story, not much has changed. As always, Apple tries to upgrade the battery life, which they can only do so much to. The batteries last quite a while. I've never noticed a difference in the battery life as year to year to year as I upgrade. My battery life now, compared to the phone I had 5 or 6 years ago, yes, much better. But compared to last year's phone, I had an 11 Pro Max. I never did get the 12, I skipped over it. But even from the 12 to here from my friends, no real upgrade in the battery life. Like, it's so minute, you never notice it. The camera, they always upgrade the cameras. Again, if we look at our camera from now in 2022 to the cameras we had in 2015 or 2017 or 2019, yes, over the course of 3, 4, 5 years, that camera just gets better and better and better, and it's amazing. So they always try to do the battery life, the camera. There's usually a different kind of look to it depending on how they move stuff around. These two upgrades, though, kind of big on the 14. One is the groove cutout, which I'm going to throw pictures up here behind me, as I always do. The groove cutout that we're used to, that little notch cutout, is going to become like some kind of animated thing that you can move and change around. So that should be interesting to kind of get it out of the way. And then also animation on video, like video animations to be able to do different things and video coverage and creative videos. So a couple little updates. But Steve Jobs' daughter, Eve, if you don't know, Steve Jobs, of course, was the mastermind of innovating the iPhones. And people said ever since he passed away years ago that the iPhone just isn't as innovative as it always was under Tim Cook, the new CEO. And his daughter agreed. She threw some shade at Apple, saying basically nothing has changed between the 13 Pro Max and the 14 Pro Max, or just the 13 series and 14 series in general. And I gotta say, every year Apple doesn't change a lot. There's only so much you can change. Even Android is guilty of this. They try to upgrade as much as possible to keep it just revolutionizing, the market, to make sure it has the newest, greatest features they can put in there, but nothing really changes. It's not like one year you're gonna wake up and you're gonna have a phone that auto floats and follows you around. It's just, it develops over time. And that's what I said. If you look at the phones from 5 or 6 years ago to the phones now, there's a huge difference. But if you look at the phones year over year, they don't really change all that much. So I'm very happy with the 13 Pro Max. It does great audio, it does great video, it does great photo, taking pictures. It does awesome for text and everything else. I love the feel of it. I love the look of it. It looks like an old school iPhone, which I love. The cameras on the back look good. It's a good size. It's good size for my hand. It's a little big for some people, but that's why they have like the 13 Pro or the 13 regular, where you can shrink that size down. But I love the Pro Max. I love the big screen. I love to be able to watch shows or YouTube videos on it. I love to be able to just do stuff on it that I can see almost a full screen that I'd be used to on a tablet, like an iPad thing. It's so big compared. You can probably see it in that reflection. It's just such a big screen on the Pro Maxes. So I love them, and I'll continue to use them. But yeah, not a lot changing on the Apple iPhone 14, 14 Pro Max. So of course they're going to start at $999. They'll be $999, $1099, $1199, I believe, is the price changes. They always go up like $100, and then you get your trade-in value. You might get $400 or $500 in trade-in value. You put $100 down or pay the taxes, and then you can get the phones through most of your carriers for $20, $30 a month, depending on how much you go, how big you go, the gigabyte storage you get. Obviously, if you go from a 256 to a 512 to a 1 terabit, it goes up and up and up and up. I have always had 256 gigabyte phones since they've existed, and I never go over them. I think I have like 80 gigs left on my phone right now. I've gotten as low as 20 or 30, but I usually hover in that 50 to 60 or 70 range, somewhere up there. If I had a 512, I would never come close to it. I might get one in the next, when the 15 comes out, and I have to upgrade in a year or two. So we'll see, but that's the story from Apple. The new iPhone 14, 14 Pro Max released. Not a lot of changes. Steve Jobs' daughter, Eve, throwing shade at them, but better battery, better camera. Hopefully the notch change out and the animated video options are all very cool. So we'll see if I get one or I see somebody with one that will let me video it. I'll try to do a review for you guys on here. But that's your update from Apple for this Thursday, September 8th, 2022. As always, I appreciate you guys watching. If you could hit that like button, turn that thumb over there on your screen blue, that would be awesome. I'd appreciate it. It helps the YouTube algorithm. And subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future videos. I'm going to pump out videos like crazy in September. I'm going to try to get you guys like 30, 40, 50 videos Really appreciate having you around. So hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out. And until next time, guys, I'll see you then.